welcome to the making of a heavy metal song video, video number 5 in my final video. It's been a while since I did my last one, but the reason why it's been so long is the last one I wanted to kind of finalize everything and take you on, how I was saying is the music is just a part of it. So, we started with video 1, how I had no idea what song I was going to do, and I built some rhythms, unknowing how it was going to turn out, and we went through all the different instruments and I recorded that, and we came to the point where I wrote the lyrics to it and then sang to it, and in the process of getting ready to wrap it up, I always knew that this was going to be the song Reanimated. Was going to be the last song or the very first song on the DVD and CD that I'm putting out. So I know that I had to do a bunch of stuff in the meantime. Like we went over me doing a photo shoot for Not Dead Yet, and that took about a weekend, and all the preparations I wanted to have set ahead of as soon as the song was ready. I'm ready to start packaging and manufacturing it and just keep everything moving really fast. So actually when we did the video for Reanimated, I wasn't even done. The song hadn't been mastered yet, and so what we did was, I've been reaching out on this song with an engineer that I've been working with for over 25 years, Drew Mazurk. So he's been helping me out doing the mixing and the mastering. So we got a really rough mix to shoot the video to, with a click track to lead us all on. Shot that video, which was really cool. It took a lot, getting the video done. There were so many behind the scenes preparations for doing the video. Like there was a hall that I really wanted to get because I've been in the construction business my whole life. And this was a building supply company that I've been dealing with for over the years. So it was the perfect hall for me. So, setting up the lights and the lighting crew and all the behind the scenes stuff. I knew that on this video, I wanted to perform all the instruments. So, I track everything. I'm a guitar player, and so obviously playing the guitar part and the bass part's easy. I am doing the singing, but I'm programming the drums. I'm not a drummer, but I know what I want to hear. So what was really cool about shooting the video was, how I set the drums in Superior Drummer. You can see an edit window where you can see the drums, how I have it laid out. So I actually went to my local music store and we set up a whole drum set to that. And what I did was for 2 weeks straight before the video shoot, I put my in-ears in and I air drummed to the song. I'm like going like this and trying to get all the cymbal and the snare and the tom stuff down. So did all that behind the scenes practicing. I had the kick drum head made and a bunch of cool stuff. So, and I also knew that I wanted to do some sort of, be really crazy, have the mask that I've been sneaking in a bunch of my videos, this time is my belt buckle. And I want to introduce the first song as, I'm just this crazy man. So I knew that I was going to do prosthetics as one of the characters. So ahead of time, I Googled on YouTube how to do the molds. So I took a whole mold of my face, and then, I made the mold, and then we put whatever the hell you call it, we put the stuff all over this, and then I, painted it with latex, about 20 coats, and then peeled it off, and then I had my little prosthetic pieces. I had 2 horns here, and a chin. And, when I shot the video, it took 2 days to shoot the video, 1 day just to set up all the lights, and then the second day we were going to shoot it dark. It's a big warehouse, but we wanted it to be dark. So as soon as the lights went out, or, the sun went down at 9 o'clock, till 11 o'clock we did all the shooting. So I started off on the drums, played them about 5 times. And funny story about the drums was, I purposely didn't hit the drums one time until the camera was going, because I didn't want to get freaked out on, the response from the toms and the cymbals. And I knew I wanted to do a couple cymbal chokes. And I remember Chris Limbeck from Mystic Force would every so often he would catch the cymbal under his thumbnail, and I would just see blood all over his hands, and he, told me how painful that was. So I'm a little leery about that. So we shot the drums about 5 times. Then I went, my buddy Dave brought his camper, set it all up by the hall, which was great. He has this huge, beautiful camper. So I had the whole thing as a dressing room. So I tailed off, changed, did the guitar part, changed. And when I did the guitar part, I had all my, I had all these, leather straps on and stuff like that. And I absolutely just sanded the corner of my guitar down. It's really funny. I mean, totally trashed that. I did trash it. So then I changed again, did the bass, changed again for the normal vocals, and then I went back to the dressing room again and put my prosthetics on and shot that. So that all went good. I was freaking exhausted in the meantime. But other than all that, thinking about the camera angles and stuff for the hall, I actually, had a cable that was going to go across the cage I was in, and I rigged a Sharper Image car on track, and I was going to use a remote, and I had a mounting bracket that my camera goes on, and it balanced it out, and I was going to hook it on the cable and do some flyovers. And then we did some testing on it. It was all shaky, and so it's all these behind the scenes, and I filmed them all behind the scenes of me building this and doing the makeup on my face or making the mold of my face. So it was a lot involved. So we got the video all done and shot, and it turned out great. And so then, we did the mastering through Drew. So I know all the gearheads want to talk about how I did the mastering and what we used and stuff like that. But the point of this documentary isn't really, I know that's going to piss the gearheads off because they want me to talk about that. But I'm trying to make it, let you know that just having the musical part is an integral part of it, of course. But it's what you do afterwards. Like I was saying, I'm just writing the music. I only play the guitar during the times that I'm recording a song. Then after that, I'm doing drums, and I'm worried about, doing videos. And then once you have the product, then the business side comes into play. And that's the part that takes more time than writing the music. And you've got to stay current with the stuff. So, so I do all the graphic design for the DVD that's out now. So all this, with the layouts and the biscuits and stuff like that and all the artwork, put that all together. We went through the manufacturing, going back and forth on that. Finally got that out. Our release date is October 1st, and by now, this will be out before October 1st. So now the idea is to get these out of my house and in the right people's hands. So again, as I'm finishing up the writing process, I've been doing a lot of, reaching out to old friends and contacts that I've had over the years. And being in Mystic Force, I had a great teacher in Mystic Force, because Keith, the bass player from Mystic Force, Keith Menzer, this is back before there wasn't any internet. And Mystic Force was recording our CDs, but he knew that it was just as important to have the music as to get it out there. So he made connections worldwide with different people, and would always sending our music overseas, and Greece and Poland and Germany and France and all these really cool places. So I learned from him, and back then I know now how I was wrong. I was more into playing the guitar and doing the music side, and I didn't realize how important the other side was. So they're both important. I'm not going to say doing the music part's not important, because you got to have a good product, you got to have some good stuff to push. But on the other side, if you're a great band and you're not, getting it out there and you're not hustling, then it's absolutely just useless. It's just a CD to have in your own room, and I don't want that. So what you need to do, and I'm trying to, it's easy to do, but everybody who's in a band should participate in this. Everybody should take a couple hours or whenever they can and get on the computer and just Google heavy metal radio stations, and then write down every email contact or address you have, and write it down, and then Google heavy metal magazines, heavy metal this, and get a list going, and then start reaching out to people, start getting a communication with them. So that's what I've been doing over the years. So now, as soon as I have this in hand, I get everything all packaged up, and the first, you know, I'll send like 250 of these copies just out, just to magazines and the distributing companies in the different countries and radio stations, and it's just stuff for them to, they want to hold the package, and that just gets you started with the whole thing. The whole selling of the CDs, you know, you can get in the mom and pop stores, and that's great, but you know, it's got to be available, and it will be like Amazon and all those, the bigger companies. So it's about getting, once you have the product, you've got to really get it out there and push it and push it and push it. So that's what I've been doing. So like I said, the release date for this brand new Not Dead Yet under my label Crushing Notes Entertainment comes out October 1st. So before, and I've got a bunch of advertisement all lined up, but you gotta try to time stuff, or this is what I'm trying to do. So what I've done was I built a brand new richdavismusic.com website, and it's really cool. Becky Wolf from Dramatic Visions has been helping with this, and I mean, we've spent, you know, a couple weeks and so many hours on this so far, and it's turning out really cool. And I'm really glad I'm doing this because I've never done this before, and you know, being in Mystic Forest for like 25 years and Shift for like 10 years and now doing this, I really compiled a bunch of really cool things, and it's nice to get in a nice, you know, nice package for me to look at, because some of these, like the comps that we were on with Mystic Forest, were so cool, and like I would totally forget about them. So when you go on the site, you know, scan around, you got my home page, my solo page, we got a Shift page, you know, we got a Mystic Forest page, and it's showing you all the different CDs and comps we're on. We still got some work to do, but you know, cool stuff like some of these compilations that, you know, I totally forgot about. Like we had the Grim Harvest, which is the Complete Metal Massacre. It's an 11 CD box set. And it's so cool to have because there's a box set, you know, that has Metallica, what's on there? Is it Hit the Lights, I think? It's got Slayer on there. It's all these big bands, and it's got, you know, Mystic Forest, Shipwreck with the Wicked on the same box set. And you know, we're on compilation number 11, and we're the first song on that comp for that year. So, you know, it's cool to be on that stuff. And you know, like another one, like we got the Foundations Forum, which was a heavy metal convention that would go on in LA every year, and we always went every year, and we played there a bunch of times. But you know, this one comp that we're on, is, you know, the CD, it's got Megadeth, Holy Wars, and Pantera on it, and Mystic Force on the same CD. So it's really cool to get this all in one little nice neat package. So when you go on the site, just, you know, I try to walk you through it and try to tell about each song and each little comp. So it's really cool. So what I'm going to do is, so now I'm setting up all my advertisement on like Brave Words and some really cool sites out there, and all the magazines, like Metalized Magazine has already done a review. So when I come out with the press release, it's going to be all these sites coming out at the same time. At the same time will also be the release of my website. So we'll be really pushing to richdavismusic.com. So yeah, check it out. I hope you'll like the Not Dead Yet DVD. It's a lot of work involved in that, and so now I just want you to go back and take a look at the other things and just realize that, you know, if you're a band or if you're a musician that's gets frustrated from being in the band scene and wants to do something yourself, then it's not that hard to do. You know, just get some simple tools for recording. You know, you got to learn how to surf the web. You got to learn how to use your social media sites. You got to have a Facebook, you know, Instagram, Twitter. They all got to be linked together. It's all about directing traffic and keeping people interested, and you know, then you get some cool reviews, and then that builds followers and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing, and I hope you can follow me in my future videos and stuff like that, and keep on checking in back to the website. And I really hope you enjoy it. And again, thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you out there. Thanks so much. Rock on.